the worst franchise in America? Subway? Wait, I love Subway. Dude, is Subway about to get ruined for me? You know, I actually have many stories on fucking Subway, guys. The horror of the fucking Subway cookie that I had. Guys, so, fun fact. I went to Subway about a year ago, and I really enjoyed their chocolate chip cookies, okay? First off, the Subway that's by my house is owned by a guy that doesn't, like, he just, like, bought a Subway and runs it, so he's not really part of the franchise or whatever. Like, he is part of the franchise, but anyway, it's like, it's like a, wait, what's it called? It's like not a franchise, it's like an independent owned Subway, pretty much. Anyway, he doesn't take coupons. He bitches at you when you ask for, like more than 2 sandwiches, okay? And he's like fucking, he's like grumpy ass guy, okay? Anyway, I remember that I really wanted a cookie, okay? The cookie, whenever we got home, the cookie was so fucking old and cold and hard. The thing felt like it was sitting in an oven for like 10 hours, okay? It was terrible. But yeah, did they get sued because their bread isn't actually bread or something? Oh yeah, I think it's like probably like pumped with like fucking carbs, and like, you know, like bread has carbs. Like, I remember I was in college and I ate a lot of Subway because there was a Subway right next to my college. And I remember I was looking at like the like nutrition facts. So I was going to the gym, I was trying to lose weight, and the bread has like 30 grams of fucking like carbs and like 30 grams of sugar. And there's like, that is way too much for fucking bread. Like, it's so like, honestly, I believe this Subway video. So this is what we're gonna watch. We're gonna watch the Subway video, guys. Alright guys. Okay guys. You behave yourselves. You're on YouTube right now, okay? Anyway. Alright, so hey guys, it's Kacy here, and welcome back to another reaction video. I'm actually doing the intro live. Wow. Yeah, make sure you guys like and subscribe. You guys like my YouTube voice? You guys like my YouTube voice? Hey guys, it's Kacy here. It's so stupid doing it live. I'm sorry. But anyway, I had the idea to watch the worst franchise in America Subway video. Why did your tone change? It's called my customer service voice. It's my customer service voice. No, I do this shit at work all the time. But yeah, we had the idea to watch the worst franchise in America Subway video by the Fat Files, and as someone who regularly eats Subway and loves Subway, this is gonna be really crazy and scary for me, because I genuinely love Subway so much. I can hear the fake smile, exactly. No, I'm actually smiling because I'm laughing, bro. I can't. It's so dumb, bro. Okay, I'm sorry. Like there's some people that like stream with like a customer service voice the whole time, and I couldn't do it. I'm sorry. I could not do it. Like, genuinely, I couldn't do it. But anyway, this video is gonna be kind of scary. Anyway, that's it. That's the whole intro. I'll edit it down later. Can I get extra fries with that voice? Yeah. Oh wait, hi, welcome to McDonald's. What can I get for you? Oh, you want extra fries? No problem. Do you want extra? Do you want a McDouble with extra cheese? Yeah, okay, I can do that for you. Yeah. The customer service voice, bro. I can't. Oh man. Okay, no, for real. We're gonna start the video now, okay?
You know it's gonna be good when I have to call my lawyer before I post the video. Today we're talking about Subway. Why? Because I went there for like the first time in 10 years the other day, and they asked me for a tip at checkout, which annoyed me. So then I looked into it, and then I found out that you can get hepatitis from a sandwich. I'm not exaggerating, that actually happened, and it's like the tip of the iceberg. And to be honest with you, this is also the part where my lawyer explicitly told me to insert a disclaimer in this video. So here's Jake the lawyer, aka the Internet Esquire.
Okay, here's the deal, Subway Group. Now
hi, Jake, the lawyer.
Capital and formerly known as Pizza Super Submarine Sandwiches. My client, the Mr. Fat Electrician, is providing in this video true or substantially true information derived from reasonably reliable.
Oh wow, he has to get a real video for this. A real video. A real lawyer for this is crazy. I hate fast food asking for tips. I mean, yes, I get it, but it's the company's job to pay the employees enough wage. I don't know why. Subway workers should make enough money. I do know someone that used to work at Subway, so I will ask them about their wages after the stream, if I remember. I'm not going to remember, by the way. But like, it is the company's job to pay their employees enough money so they don't have to get tips. But it's just like it's like tipping culture in America is so bad, and I do hate to say it because I work in a restaurant. I understand. I know I am in these server shoes all the time, okay? I don't make server wage, but I understand what they go through every day. These These servers hustle for their money and they work their ass off for people to only tip $5 a table. Okay, I understand. Nobody wants to add extra money onto their table, you know, tip. Okay, I get it. But it's just like, if companies in America weren't so fucking greedy, people wouldn't have to ask for tips. But no, you expect the American people to pay your workers because you're too fucking greedy to pay your workers. Like, come on. And when you send a tip that way, it doesn't go to the workers, it just goes to the company. Yes. Yeah, like at least like server tips, they get sent to the server, which is good. But like fast food places, when they ask for a tip, they do not, at least like I maybe, if I'm not mistaken, like they say like maybe 1% of that tip, but usually most of the time it just goes back to the company for them to make extra money. Like, it's so dumb, bro. It is so dumb. Pay workers is a controversial statement in the US. Very controversial. Very. Which is so sad to say that. It's so funny going to other countries and then being confused why you're tipping them, right? Like, that would be me. But like, I know in like other countries like Japan and like, you know, other countries, I know specifically Japan, it is rude for them. It like they actually consider it rude if you tip them, because that's not part of their culture. It's not part of their society. But in the US, it's rude to not tip them. So, you know, when people don't tip me at work specifically, I do get a little frustrated. But you also gotta remind myself that I get paid hourly. You know, I'm not. It's just a extra luxury for me to get a tip. But like some people, like I can tell that they're not from the US that don't tip. I'm like, hey, it's not part of their culture. I don't get mad about it at all. I don't get mad about it at all. We don't have that here except for some tourist locations. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I mean, I know you can select not to get tip wage, but I have seen bartenders and servers clear abandon one shift. Oh yeah, you know, like if you have a bunch of regulars and you hustle and you make your money and it's actually busy in the restaurant, you can make like $100, $200 a night, which is really fucking good, by the way. I've definitely seen where like a lot of people just hustle, you know, and they get like $100 to $200 a night. When you get tables back to back don't tip you, it's really frustrating. Like, hey, being a cook and not making tips, yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna miss the most about whenever I leave my job in a few months. But like, honestly, I'm tempted to just get another serving job and actually see how I like it, because I'm technically not a server. But like, yeah. I love getting tips and I'm not making money. Hey, wait a minute, cat. Hey, wait a minute. Anyway, guys, let's actually get back to the video.
Material presented is made solely for the purposes of news reporting, protected commentary, or new understandings. In no way is this video or the things said by my client in this video, in any medium now known or hereafter devised, throughout the universe and in perpetuity, in any way a sponsorship or endorsement of Subway Group. And any so-called conclusions drawn by my client as a result of the material are that of opinion, satire, or are otherwise accurate depictions preserved in their full context when not otherwise artistically interpreted for the purposes of valuable public. In the foregoing, we reserve all right, title, and interest in and to the presentation of the materials presented in this audiovisual format, and with God as our witness, pray that no binders be bound against you as a result of this video. I'm Jake the Lawyer, signing off.
Alright, in case you can't tell, this video is going to be unhinged, so let's just get the ad out of the way now, and then we can watch my blood pressure rise for the next 15 minutes straight.
Oh,
this video is brought to you by Supremacy World War
I'm
III,
nervous.
free-to-play online PvP strategy-based game available on mobile and desktop. It is based on a World War III type scenario, which definitely isn't becoming more and more realistic every single day. You can pick your country and go off to war playing with up to 99 other people. Personally, I'm picking the United States because I enjoy winning. But hey, that's me. You can do whatever you want. You can go play as Iran.
Of course you did that.
Entire Navy in like 45 minutes. Again. I mean, seriously, if I had a nickel for every single time that a Republican TV star
I just got back, why the hell am I getting an ad?
Orcas randomly started wearing dead salmons on top of their
actually.
heads,
Like a Twitch ad
Iran's
or the
entire
ad
Navy
in the
like
video?
a day, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but that's a really weird coincidence. Also, yes, I called that. They also just released their new officer update where you can unlock elite commanders that give your entire country unique abilities and powers and power-ups. And if you use my code down below, you're going to immediately unlock a free railgun, giving you a huge advantage right out of the gate. So go check that out. Let's get back to the video. All right, story time. I used to go to Subway every single day my junior, senior year of high school, and the entire time I was in college, I pretty much exclusively survived off of Subway and protein shakes. And this is back in the day when that Jared from Subway guy that lost a bunch of weight was still in every other TV commercial and plastered all over billboards all over the country, and footlongs were $5. So when I went into Subway the other day for the first time in like 10 years, I was expecting the price, you know, probably went up a little bit.
Yeah, Jared the Subway guy. Yeah. Yeah, we don't talk about him. Yeah, we don't talk about Jared, the Subway guy. Yeah, we don't. Oh, thank you for the 150 taco. Appreciate it. Let's not mention him. Yeah, let's not mention that guy. Yeah. Moving on.
Bit inflation, everything going on. It's probably not $5 anymore. That's fine. I go in, I have my sandwich made, I get to checkout. My sandwich was like $19.
They said market price.
So right out of the gate, there's some sticker shock, but immediately I'm looking for silver linings. I'm like, okay, Subway's probably one of these companies that has like a pretty high minimum wage for their workers, and that's what's going to justify the price of the sandwich. It's actually going to the worker. That, you know what, that's fine. And then the cashier does the classic swivel the fucking tablet around, asking me how much money I want to leave for a tip.
Oh, you motherfuckers.
Immediately, I cave to societal pressure because I don't want this young lady to think I'm an asshole, so I leave a tip, I grab my sandwich, I go eat my sandwich. While I'm eating the sandwich, I'm just stewing. Like, I don't think I should have to tip the people that work at Subway. Not because I don't think, you know, they provide a service, they did a good job, or, you know, they deserve to make more money. They do, that's fine. But the company should be paying them more fucking money. I just paid 300% more money for my sandwich. Pay your employees more money. I understand Subway's a restaurant and like you tip people that work at restaurants, but it's not like I sat down, a waiter came out, took my drink order, took my food order, brought me my food. There was no service involved, okay? I stood there and told you how to make the fucking sandwich. I was the project manager on this sandwich, okay? As far as I'm concerned, I'm part of the team.
Part of the crew,
At this point, I become convinced at some point in the past 10 years, all the big wigs at Subway got together in their headquarters in some secret underground layer underneath the volcano or wherever Subway's headquarters is, and they had a meeting, and in that meeting, they were like, okay, guys, we need to pay our employees more money. Option A, we can raise the price of the sandwich 300% and pay our employees more money. Option B, we can raise the price of the sandwich 300% and then we can add a tip screen. That way, when the employees are mad they're not making enough money.
The profit vs employee ratio was stable until the 50s, 60s. Then the ratio skewed.
Oh yeah.
Not in favor of the employees.
Yeah, that's also just corporate greed as well. Yeah, it's just corporate greed. They care more about stockholders and the workers and the people buying the food. Exactly. They definitely. It's just companies being greedy. That's mainly what it boils down to. Corporate greed. That's it.
Money, we shift the blame from us to the customers. Okay, I'm sorry, you don't get to charge me 4 times as much for a sandwich and then also try to paint me as an asshole to the high schooler behind the cash register. It's not gonna happen. So now I gotta know everything. I start digging into Subway.
What is... Grab a shovel.
So once upon a time, 1965, there's a 17-year-old kid named Fred.
You know it's bad when they do a Rick and Morty clip. You know it's bad when they do one like that, bro.
Luca, and he wants to go off to medical school, but he doesn't have enough money to pay for it. So he's like, hey, my family has this rich friend. He's a nuclear physicist. He's got all kinds of money. I'm going to go to him and ask for his advice, probably secretly hoping that the guy's just going to offer to pay for my college. To his surprise, instead, nuclear physicist guy is like, I'm not going to pay for your college, but I will give you $1,000 to start a sandwich shop, and me and you can go into business together, and then you can use the money from the sandwich shop to pay for medical school. And $1,000 in 1965 is like 20 grand today, so not an insignificant amount of money. So they open up Pete's Submarines, which is the original name for Subway, and for the first couple of years, they don't really make any money, and a humongous problem they have is people keep calling to order pizza. Because apparently Fred DeLuca in all the radio advertisements has a thick New York accent, so when he says Pete's Submarines, what people hear is Pizza Marines. So rather than learning how to say Pete's Submarines, he's like, fuck it, we're just gonna rename the restaurant Subway. From here, they start like breaking even. They're making a little bit of money, but like it's nothing to write home about.
I also like how the logo hasn't changed since. Like the logo is like virtually the same since like it is now. Like I also thought it was Pizza Subway. Pizza Subway. Pizza Subway. But yeah, that also explains why they sell pizza. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Right, exactly. They do have pizza. Which, I was always confused why Subway always sold pizza, but here we are.
Medical school anytime soon, and he's like, okay, hear me out. I've got an idea. We're not really making any money with the submarine shop. What if we double down and open a second submarine shop?
Dream big, right?
Basically, he uses reverse psychology into tricking people to come in to eat these sandwiches because when he opens up a second location, people are like, oh my God, they're opening up second locations. They're expanding. They must be delicious. And he starts getting more business. Some of the best advice I've ever heard in my entire life when I was in the military was fake it till you make it. And that's exactly what they're doing here. And it works. Now, ultimately, this is going to be their downfall. But at the time, it makes sense. Fred identifies, hey, rapid expansion is what's making money. We're going to keep rapidly expanding. More locations, more money, more market dominance.
Oh yeah.
Makes sense. So So they start opening up Subways everywhere, and then they start franchising, which is, you know, basically, hey, you can use my branding, you can use all my vendors, I'll show you how to do this job. You pay me a bunch of money to open up a Subway, and then you give me like a percentage of your cut, and then they just start opening up franchises all over the United States.
And that's where they fucked up.
For Subway, because Subway has a ton of advantages when it comes to franchising. Because Subway, they're just making sandwiches. They don't need deep fryers. They don't need a big cooktop. They don't need all the stuff that other restaurants need. They don't need a ton of special equipment. There's not a bunch of special training. Everybody on the planet knows how to make a sandwich. So the overhead to open up a new restaurant is extremely low. The amount of training you have to give employees is extremely low. And the amount of space that you actually need to have a functioning Subway is also extremely low because, again, they don't have ovens and deep fryers and all that other shit. Which also means that it's really cheap to start a Subway because there's not a lot of overhead. So you could open up a Subway for like $150,000 to $200,000, where competitors like McDonald's are like $2 million to open up a McDonald's.
But
this is where Subway's fixation with hyper.
Okay, that actually is like really cheap for a franchise. What do you say, like 200,000? That's not bad at all. That's actually not bad at all. Mine doesn't sell pizza. I don't think a lot of them sell pizza anymore specifically, but I know back then whenever I was a kid, they sold pizza. They only need oven. Exactly.
Expansion starts to bite them in the ass because, again, that's all they care about. Just more Subways. More Subways is the answer. More Subways equals more money. Typically with a franchise, the franchising company like Subway or McDonald's is committed to making sure that their franchisees, aka their restaurant locations and their owners, are successful. There's a lot of ways that they do this, and one of the big ones is typically having territories. So like Chick-fil-A or McDonald's will look at a city and be like, okay, this city has one McDonald's, it's big enough for two McDonald's, but we're gonna stick it on the other end of town so both of these franchises can be successful. Subway, on the other hand, doesn't appear to give a shit because remember, all they care about is having more Subways. More equals more money, so they don't care how close they get put together, and there's Subways across the street from Subways all over America. I'm not exaggerating.
It's like Waffle House. It's kind of like the Waffle House effect, but Waffle House actually treats their employees good. So we learned that from one of these other Fat File videos. Trust, we definitely learned about it. Waffle House's go-to company. Okay. Yeah, going too big can be counterproductive. Yeah, exactly. I love a good Waffle House at 2 a.m. Me too. I love Waffle House so much. So good. But yeah. Oh man. Yeah, no, having more having more locations does not equal more money sometimes, unfortunately. Also, you get the effect of what happened to my location right by my house is because of they just have really, really bad franchise owners. Unfortunately, and it's just like, this one guy, he yelled at me, he's like, we don't take coupons. Hey, I'm sorry, I got a coupon in the mail thinking I could use it at a Subway. My fault. I did not know that. Maybe you should have a sign in door saying, we don't take coupons. Anyway, I'm still salty about that. Thank you for the hydrate, I appreciate it. Sometimes, more is less and less is more. Exactly. No coupon redeems? What the fuck? Yeah, like literally we had coupons in the mail and we tried to redeem. It was like 20% off order. Like, it wasn't even like that much of a discount, okay? He's like, we don't take coupons. I'm like, I am sorry, okay? My God. I had that once with Burger King. T-Mobile Tuesday gave me a free Whopper, and then when I went up there, they pretty much told me that they wouldn't do it. Over a fucking free Whopper is wild. Fire that. Guys, he was the manager. He was the guy that owned the store that told me no coupons. He was the guy that owned the fucking Subway. And he's a bitch every time we go up there. Every fucking time. He's an asshole. Anyway, we just go to one that's cross town because fuck that guy. We're not giving him any more of our business for real.
In my small town in Iowa, there's 3 Subways and 2 of them are in the same parking lot. One of them is in Walmart and the other one is like 200 yards outside the front doors of Walmart as a standalone Subway. So obviously they start cannibalizing each other's profits. They're literally competing with themselves. And that's not even the worst part. The overall franchise agreement, I've looked into a lot of restaurants to have franchising. This is the worst one by far. I would be shocked if it's not the worst one on the planet. Not only if you open up a Subway, will they let somebody else open up another Subway right across the street and cannibalize a lot of your profits, they also have like the highest franchise fee that I've ever come across at 12.5%. And a franchise fee is taken from gross revenue, not gross profit. Meaning before you even take out all the costs of running this business, Subway's taking 12.5% right off the top.
That's terrible.
To put it into perspective, McDonald's franchise fee is 8%. So Subway's is 50% higher for a much simpler business. And that's not even the worst part.
Jesus.
In the Subway franchise agreement, well, in every franchise agreement, really, there's, you know, terms where you can revoke somebody's franchise. Basically, like if a McDonald's or a Chick-fil-A isn't living up to the McDonald's or Chick-fil-A name, they can take away the name so you're no longer a McDonald's or a Chick-fil-A, so you don't ruin their reputation across the entire country. And Subway has the same thing. That's fine, but theirs is intentionally broad, and they can basically take your location from you for a wide variety of reasons, and they've been taken to court multiple times, being accused of nitpicking minor stuff to take over very profitable locations, including
Honestly,
in 2000.
Subway just sounds like a really just overall just a shitty company. Wow, that's really fucking shitty, bro. Yikes.
When they seized 2 Subways in Dallas, Texas from a lieutenant colonel in the Army Reserve who was actively on deployment in fucking Afghanistan. Now, to be fair, I don't know what their justification was for why they seized the locations, but considering the fact that in 2009, Subway lost the court case to said lieutenant colonel because they deemed it illegal, I'm gonna say they weren't fucking good enough. But hypothetically, just for fun, let's just say they were good reasons. Subway corporate identifies 2 restaurants in Dallas, Texas that aren't living up to the Subway standard.
Okay. Yeah, we haven't gotten to the food quality yet. Oh man, this is gonna be interesting video for sure.
What's going on here? What should we do? Oh, the owner's on deployment in fucking Afghanistan and isn't there to run it appropriately. Should we A, step in and help during the most stressful time of their entire life, presumably? Or should we B, repo their businesses, take their family's livelihood, so that while they're also fighting a war, they can deal about their family back home and losing their business?
Bad, bro.
Huge W for corporate Subway. Makes them look great. I'm sorry, I'm getting horrifically sidetracked, but you guys get it. The franchise agreement
I can tell he's getting heated.
Bullshit.
And I know, I think, if I'm not wrong, I know the fat electrician, I think he's an army man, or just really respects the, you know, just not army, but like, you know, he respects, you know, the military and stuff, or he was in the military himself. Anyway, I could tell he got heated with that, because that is really fucking shitty, though. That is so shitty. Like, if I owned a company like that, if I owned Subway, I would offer him to help. I would offer to help, you know, be like, hey, do y'all need help while he's away? Do you guys need this, that? Do you guys want a new manager to step in? Blah, blah, blah. He was a medic. Exactly, yeah. And it just seems like, man, Subway is a shitty company. Oh my god.
Has been for the majority, if not the entire time Subway's been in business. Back to the timeline. In the 1980s and the 1990s, Subway is growing like crazy, and then in 1999, they have their first major scandal when 32 people in Seattle got hepatitis from 2 different Subway locations for eating a sandwich. One of which was a 6-year-old boy who went into acute liver failure and had to get a liver.
Oh my god! Hello? Hepatitis? A child? Oh my god. It just keeps getting worse and worse. What are they doing to the sandwiches? It's like the fucking Taco Bell lettuce all over again. I wonder when he will bring up Jared. Yeah, me too. Burger King foot lettuce. No, the Taco Bell lettuce gave everyone explosive diarrhea. And I think it's still going on to this day. I think it's still going on.
Liver transplant.
I didn't understand what you said. Could you put that in layman terms for me?
I'll be honest, didn't even know you could get hepatitis from a sandwich, but a new fear has just been unlocked for me, and I think we can all agree that, you know, the healthy, fresh option giving you hepatitis isn't a great look for Subway. So now Subway's hurting. They need a new PR campaign to turn this entire thing around, and in 2000, 1 year later, they find it in a college student that had lost like 250 pounds, supposedly only eating Subway, Jared Fogle. He starts filming commercials talking about how much weight he lost only eating Subway. He's bringing up his old pants, and now he can fit in like one leg of the pants, showing off how much weight he lost. It is a humongous...
This guy genuinely gives me the ick just looking at his face. No, not that guy. Yeah, you guys, if you guys don't know who Jared, the Subway guy, is, you guys will figure it out. Look, just put a look on the fat electrician's face right now. Yeah, you'll figure it out. You'll figure it out.
Marketing success. Legitimately one of the most iconic and successful marketing campaigns of all time. Everybody knows Jared from Subway. He becomes the face of the company. It's so successful that Subway corporate said between 2000 and 2011, they credit Jared's ad campaign with 1/3 to a half of their growth during that time, and during that time, they tripled in size. So you can't really argue with the results of this ad campaign. However, it's not something I would ever
really
advise
awkward.
having somebody off the street become the national spokesperson for your humongous company. Why? Because if they do some crazy shit, it's gonna make the entire company look bad, and this is why most huge companies have a fictional character as their mascot. You've got Ronald McDonald, Burger King, the Michelin Tire Man, Tony the Tiger. They're cartoons, they're safe. They're never gonna get pulled over for a DUI while they have a pile of blow and a hooker in the back seat. Like, that's the idea. And I'm sure you all know what I'm getting at, because in 2015, Jared Fogle ends up getting arrested and sent to federal prison for 15 years for, and I quote, illicit sexual conduct with a minor and having a bunch of illicit child material on his computer. Okay, unpopular opinion, 15 years, not enough.
No, not enough. There you go.
There's
Wood
nothing
chipper.
funny about this, but the amount-
Wood chipper his ass. That's what I'm saying. 15 years was not enough. They should have put his I think, if I'm not mistaken, it was like over 100 gigabytes worth of stuff. It could be more, it could have been more. But like, genuinely disgusting behavior. Why did we only give PDF files fucking only 15 years, bro? Only 15 years. What are we doing here, bro? Feet first, wood chipper, exactly. Exactly. So yeah. Yeah, and no company would ever want another rando tied to their company thanks to that PDF. Exactly. Exactly. I think every company learned from fucking Jared Subway guy. Oh man. He also bought time with kids from the parents. Oh. Did you see did y'all see when they arrested Chuck E. Cheese for stealing credit cards? Yeah, but like that's like way less worse than what Jared did. Wait, that's like minuscule compared to what this fucker did.
Of just tragic irony and foreshadowing that the college student that got famous for fitting into a smaller pair of pants ultimately gets put in federal prison for trying to get in little kids' pants is horrific. Now, that happened in 2015. Luckily for Subway, they'd kind of been phasing Jared out as their head of marketing since 2008 when they came out with the $5 footlong. Again, I'm not saying a lot of positive stuff about Subway, but their marketing team is on point because the $5 footlong also is one of the most iconic marketing campaigns of all time. I mean, we all know the $5 footlong jingle. $5 footlong.
Yeah.
The only jingle that's ever been made that's better than that is J.G. Wentworth, and I don't even know what the fuck J.G. Wentworth does, but I will...
J.G. Wentworth, 877 cash no. Yeah, every American knows that fucking commercial, bro. And the $5 foot long, any, $5. Wasn't he made fun of in South Park? I feel like many people were made fun of in South Park. That song did slap, right? Exactly.
Know his song till the day I die. So the Subway $5 footlong absolutely dominates. This came out in 2008, right when, you know, the housing market crashed, the economy's in the tank. You could go and buy a footlong sandwich for $5. People loved it. Well, most people loved it. Pretty much everybody loved it except for the franchise owners, because the franchise owners were like making little to no money. Some of the sandwiches they were even losing money on at the $5 price point. But they have to do it because Subway can set the prices, and if they can't set the prices, they can at least advertise the fuck out of it so everybody that comes into your Subway expects a $5 footlong, and then once you've already made it and they're mad that it's not $5, what are you gonna do? Throw it away? You're gonna sell it for $5 and save what money you can. I know what you're thinking. Why would Subway be willing to make a $5 footlong if they're not making money on it? Oh, that's simple, because Subway corporate doesn't give a fuck about its franchise owners. At least that's what it would appear to be, right? They're screwing them over left and right, and Subway takes 12.5% of their gross revenue, meaning not profit, so they're taking 12.5% of that $5, even if it costs them $6 to make it. Subway corporate is still getting paid.
That is
fuck
so
the franchise owner.
sick.
And this is kind of the peak and then the downward slide of Subway, because the controversies just keep coming after this. First, they get busted because the footlongs aren't actually a foot long. People are walking in with tape measures, measuring them. They're 10 inches,
I remember
11
those.
inches, not 12 inches. Okay, and I'm going to kind of defend Subway on this one because this is a stupid complaint. It's the same amount of dough. They just didn't stretch it out enough before they put it in the oven.
Right.
It's the same amount of bread, the same amount of calories. You're getting what you paid for. And that's really all Subway had to say. It was like, hey, sorry, the employee didn't stretch the dough out long enough before he stuck it in the oven, but all the bread is still there. And everybody would have been like, oh, that makes sense. That's cool. Do you think that's what Subway did? No. Absolutely not. Instead, they released an official statement on their Facebook that says, and I quote, with regards to the size of the bread and calling it a footlong, Subway footlong is a registered trademark as a descriptive name for the sub sold in Subway restaurants and not intended to be a measurement of length. Translation, just because we call it a footlong doesn't mean you can expect it to be a foot long. That's just what we call it, you fucking idiot. Yeah, that face.
How dumb is fucking Subway, bruh? How dumb is Subway? If you're gonna call it a foot long, obviously it's gonna be it's gonna be the size. Look, what the hell? That's so fucking stupid. I'm just lost for words. I'm just lost for words right now. Subway is trying to save face. Subway was trying to save his ass. I don't think it really worked though. Hey, it's your fault for believing in us and believing that we know how to do measurements exactly. Ugh. I think that statement just really just dumb as hell.
Facebook post went about as well as you'd expect. They ended up taking it down. The balls to be like, we call it a foot-long sub because we call it a foot-long sub, not because it's 12 inches long, and if you interpret it as that way, you're dumb, is insane. To be fair, though, a 2x4 hasn't been a 2x4 since like 1960, and nobody seems to care. Probably because the lumber companies don't scoff and look at you like you're a moron if you expect a 2x4 to be 2x4, but whatever. So then, Subway loses their damn mind. They think they have trademarked the phrase footlong in regards to sandwiches, even though a foot long to them doesn't mean 12 inches, which ultimately leads them to suing Casey's gas station, which I've done a video on. My favorite pizza on the planet is Casey's gas station pizza. They filed a lawsuit against Casey.
Wait, I just realized, me! Hello, me? I have a gas station? Hold up! Oh my god, we're the best pizza guys! Me! It's a fucking meme of the guy, like, me, wait, me? We have to go to the gas station now, guys, yeah. Wait, I have to watch the video on their pizza now, what the hell? Oh my god, wait, this... I was like, wait, me? I have the best pizza, guys, yay! I have the best pizza ever.
Casey's, because Casey's also makes sub sandwiches, and their 12-inch long sandwich they call a foot long, so Subway tries to sue them for trademark infringement on a fucking measurement. A measurement that they don't even abide by. Do you understand how fucking insane that is? That'd be like if I opened up a milk company and I sold, quote, gallons of milk, and I trademarked the phrase gallon of milk, and then I only sold you 3 quarts of milk, and then I turned around and sued the motherfucker actually selling you a gallon of milk. It's insanity.
That is
Obviously,
wild.
They lost this fucking lawsuit because duh. So Subway's on its down slump, and then they just lose all credibility as being healthy in the coming scandals. Buh! What do you mean it's not healthy? Jared lost 250 pounds doing it. Buh! Okay, Jared lost a bunch of weight because he was eating 2 6-inch subs a day, and they were mostly vegetables. He was eating like 1,200 calories. You can eat 1,200 calories of literally fucking anything, and you're gonna lose weight. If you eat 1,200 calories of Slim Jims and M&Ms, you're gonna lose weight, especially if you're doing a bunch of cardio chasing children at a playground like that sick pervert. In 2017, CBS, the news network, decided they were going to conduct a little study on Subway chicken. They went, they bought a sandwich, they took the chicken, took it to a lab, and found out that the chicken that Subway sells is anywhere from 42% to 53% chicken. What the fuck is the rest of it?
Yeah, what the fuck is the rest of the chicken? Oh my god. Oh, I'm so scared right now. Wait, what? What do you mean? Oh my god. What do you mean it's only 44% chicken, right? What's the other 60% of the chicken? Hello? Oh, I'm so scared. I'm never eating Subway chicken again. Oh my god. What do you usually get when you go there to Subway? I usually get the cold cut combo sandwich, but I do get the chicken sometimes. I'm scared. I don't think it's actually turkey and bologna I'm eating, y'all. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh, that just made my stomach turn, bro.
Let me guess, you trademarked the term chicken breast, and now if anybody assumes that a chicken breast is made out of chicken, we're obviously fucking stupid. Is that what it is? Thankfully, no, they learned their lesson. They did not go that route again. What they did was they're like, okay, we're fucking up. We're gonna make sure that the chicken is actually 100% chicken. No, I'm just kidding. They turned around and tried to sue CBS for malicious news and took them to court, and they lost again. Because as it turns out, it's not illegal to tell the truth.
There is no way in hell.
I didn't mean to go full screen, but like, what the fuck? Wait, so like, just generally, their whole response is to just sue everybody. Just to sue everybody. That's it. Wow. Subway, you're dumb as hell. Binders and chemical fuels and trash. Sue and lose, LMAO. Yeah, they should actually just change their slogan to sue and lose. Oh man, that's so disgusting, bro.
That I am going to say Oh, I'm really worried I'm gonna say it.
Then in 2020 in Ireland was instituting a new tax where they were gonna, have to tax more on food made in restaurants, and Subway came to the table and they argued, well, Ireland has certain staple foods that you can't increase taxes on, and one of those staple foods is bread, and we make all of our bread fresh in our restaurants. We should be exempt from this tax. Okay, not a big fan of Subway right now, I'll admit it, I'll be upfront.
Oh
However,
my god.
that's a reasonable point, and Ireland agrees, and Ireland is like, okay, we hear you. Send some bread off to the lab and we'll take a look at it. They send the bread off to the lab and the Irish Supreme Court comes back and says, there's so much fucking sugar in this bread.
Yeah.
You're not legally allowed to call this bread in the country of Ireland. You have to classify this as cake. You're selling cake sandwiches. And all of this just keeps coming out one after another. It's promoted by a pedophile. The franchises aren't making money. The foot-long sandwiches are only 10 inches long and they're not bread. They're made out of cake. Half the chicken inside the chicken isn't even fucking chicken. Obviously, it leads to the public perception that Subway isn't that fucking healthy. And while all this is going on, they get rid of the $5 foot-long and
Man, Subway's just taking L's left and right, yeah. Oh man, it's all cake. Yeah, I forgot about it. See, I was just talking about this in the beginning of the video, that Subway has so much fucking sugar in their bread, it's so bad for you. Like, it's so bad. Like, why are you telling me that a sandwich with mostly vegetables is still gonna be about 2,000 calories? Hello? Like, what? Crazy.
Screen at checkout. Needless to say, Subway's in the fucking tank. They've closed down 7,600 locations since 2015, and they're closing down hundreds, if not thousands of locations every single year, and they are on a humongous decline. And this entire thing is just a textbook example of shitty leadership ruining an A-grade idea, because a Subway franchise was a golden idea, a brilliant idea.
Right.
Super cheap to start up, didn't need any specialized equipment. Everybody that knows how to breathe and chew bubble gum can learn how to make a sandwich in like 5 seconds. It was so easy to make a ton of money, but instead Subway corporate was like, we're gonna make as much money as possible and fuck over all the franchisees even though they're on our team. All they had to do was be like, hey, we're gonna structure this in a way so that the franchisees are winning, then we're gonna win and everybody's gonna fucking win. But no, they took the easy way out to make as much money as they could, as fast as they could, and they didn't give a shit about anybody else, and it tanked the entire company. They ended up selling to Rourke Capital in 2024, which owns Jimmy John's and Arby's and a bunch of other restaurants, so hopefully a lot of this bad leadership stuff is gone already, or if not, it's getting phased out. Also, I've talked an outrageous amount of shit in this entire video, so I want to take a minute and just be like, hey, I understand if you're mad at Subway right now too. I am as well. However, your local Subway branch probably isn't owned by Big Subway.
Right,
it's probably owned by somebody in your community that's just trying to make a living making sandwiches, and don't take it out on them. It's not their fault, and they're probably a lot more.
Do not go to your local Subway and be like, oh my god, fuck you, because your company's bad. No, don't do that, please. Please don't go cuss out your local Subway, because I know I won't. Except for that guy that's like right up the road from me right now. Fuck that guy, because he doesn't take coupons and he was rude to me. Well, no, fuck you to that one manager. To that one guy that said no coupons and yelled at me and my friend. Yeah, fuck that guy. Jared, no, it was a guy that works at the fucking Subway right up from my house. All right, then I'm convicted. No, wait, don't go yell at your Subway owners, please. Yeah, fuck Jared, the Subway guy. Fuck that guy. I'll put my pitchfork down. Thank you. According to Google, the other percentage is soy protein. Okay, that's not bad. But like, why the fuck are you just selling fake chicken? Just sell real chicken. Just sell like real like shredded chicken or like chicken breast at your restaurants and put it on a sandwich. Like, it's not hard. Chicken breast, if you get it in bulk, it's not that expensive. Subway, like, just I don't know, man. I don't know. I guess it's because you don't have to have an oven or a grill to cook your chicken in the franchise location, but like adding like an oven to cook chicken in would save so much more just backlash to your franchise. You know what I mean? Yeah, they cut corners because of shareholders. Yeah, I guess so. I'm going to assume it's just cheaper to use soy protein. Yeah, but like, I don't know, man. Subway low-key pisses me off.
More mad at corporate Subway than we are, trust me. Thank you for watching. Best way to support the channel is go buy some merch, maybe drink some Echelon. Links for both of those are over at thefatelectrician.com. Quack bang out.
Thank you, Fat Electrician. I appreciate it. Do you have any?
Go check out Supremacy World War III, unlock your railgun, and go conquer the British. It's what George Washington would have wanted.
I'm sorry, that scared the hell out of me. Okay, well, yeah, that was great. Fuck Hepatitis Subway, yeah, guys. I don't know if I'm ever gonna look at Subway the same way again. Am I still gonna eat it? Hell yeah. Because Subway's good, bro. Subway's so good. I'm sorry.